Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you 15 amazing mods for Forge Minecraft version 1.20.1 or 1.21. Let's head into the video. And we start off with Blades of the Fallen, and this is a new mod that adds multiple new mini-bosses to Minecraft, which have an East Asian style. There are several new weapons, monsters and structures. These bosses actually have some pretty cool models, with great animations, and they kind of remind me of Lego figures, because of their style. The structure generation could be improved a bit, because sometimes the buildings spawn at inappropriate locations, and in general too often in my opinion. Also, the boss's attack animations could use an improvement, because even though they have some nice animations in general, while fighting the bosses, the attack animations don't look very convincing. So yeah, the mod definitely has some flaws, but also has some potential, because the overall theme and the models are cool. Next, we have Infinity Golem Boss Fight. This mod will add a single boss to Minecraft that is kind of a mix between a robot and some organic stone creature from a fantasy world. It also reminds me a bit of Elender's Cataclysm, because of the size of the boss and the feeling you get while fighting it. The boss has multiple attacks, like a fireball attack, double arm attack and more. I think the mod really fits Minecraft, because it adds to the golem theme, and even though the boss fight is special, has many particles and stuff flying around, it still uses vanilla-ish types of attacks. The mob's model and textures are really great, and also the attack animations look flawless. For a mod with only 1400 downloads, this is really great work. And if it was combined with cool structures and some loot as a reward, it would really have potential to grow in popularity as a boss mod, like Elender's Cataclysm. I could imagine this in some ancient building with old technology and mechanized golems with energy cores of some kind. Really cool stuff. The third mod on our list is Vaughn's Ancient Beasts. This mod is pretty special because of its design. It adds ancient creatures, like dinosaurs, to Minecraft, that are similar to the Sniffer and look like blocky dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures. Some of them are hostile, others friendly, and you can definitely see the inspiration the developers took in real dinosaurs. At first I was pretty skeptical of this mod, because this kind of design is usually not my favorite for mobs in Minecraft. However, the mod is really well made, and although the mobs are blocky, they feel alive, because they have some cool animations and behavior patterns. Like the Eater, which will give off a loud roar and then consume their prey with their large mouth. In the end, I think it is a matter of preference, if you're looking for a more detailed dinosaur mod or if you prefer this more blocky approach. Besides the few mobs, the mod won't really impact your game a lot. So it is basically what if there are more mobs like the Sniffer in Minecraft. Next, there's Immortal Gingerbread, and in this video we really have a lot of mods with cool animations and a high quality. It is April, so I thought it is the perfect time to show you a Christmas mod. The mod will add gingerbread and snowman creatures that can be friendly but also terrifying. All of these creatures have amazing movement animations, and also when you defeat a snowman, for example, it will fall apart, which just looks great. Some snowmen will defend you and shoot snowballs at opponents, while others will hop after you and try to slay you. Or the evil gingerbread, which will punch you with its large arms. And I think even though this mod won't really fit most mod packs, it could be a cool addition to a fantasy mod pack or a Christmas one, because it has a high quality, doesn't add too much content, perfectly fits Minecraft, while adding new refreshing elements to the game. Next we have Superb Warfare. And this is a mod that has just been released a month ago and already has 15,000 downloads. And for good reason, because this mod will add a lot of military content to Minecraft, including tanks, helicopters, large cannons, guns, drones, basically everything you can think of. And all of that in a pretty high quality. The mod features great animations, from reloading to aiming and shooting. The powerful artillery can unleash a lot of destruction on your world. And with the armored vehicles, you can travel through the landscape and face every opponent. So this mod is probably not the most balanced one, and is of course nothing for a vanilla style mod pack. However, after so many years, we finally have a mod like MC Heli again. For those of you who don't know MC Heli, it was a huge military Minecraft mod, with all kinds of vehicles and an abundance of mechanics. You could play on a battlefield against your friends with all the military vehicles you could think of. And although this mod is not as good as MC Heli yet, we finally have a military mod again for the newer Minecraft versions. Regarding the models, it doesn't use blocky models for the vehicles, but realistic ones. Although some vehicles, like the armored vehicle, also have their own unique style, which is inspired by Minecraft, but still feels realistic. As the mod adds a lot of content, it is fairly complicated and not perfectly intuitive, but it shouldn't take too long for you to find out how to use it. The next mod on our list is Unusual End, and this mod will enhance the end by providing more diversity and content to the dimension, while keeping a vanilla feel. After you defeated the Ender Dragon and enter the endless end biomes, you will realize fast that there are new end midlands with new kinds of plants. You will be able to find new colorful landscapes, which look really cool, especially with shaders. These biomes feature new mechanics, like bubbles that you can jump on. Besides the biomes, there are also a couple of new structures, some even with bosses that you can face. You will be able to craft new armor, tools, weapons, building blocks, and some special magical types of blocks, similar to beacons and so on. So you get the whole Vanilla Plus experience. If you're looking to add some more content to the end, because it feels boring and monotonous, but if you don't want to change it too much, like when using Beta End, then this mod is great for you. Up next with a mod called Aviator Dreams, and this is actually a mod that I already showed you a couple of months ago. However, as it has received its final update and a lot of new content, I thought I would show it again. The mod still includes the known Douglas planes, but now you can also fly some smaller and much larger planes that don't feel like smaller military planes anymore, but actual large passenger planes that are perfect if you want to build a huge airport. Besides the large planes, there are even cars now. These cars look pretty cool and are detailed. They move more like planes than cars, so alternative mods might provide better options. However, the planes are still really great. They are really detailed, so we are far from vanilla of course, but if you want realistic plane designs and want to fly around in your world in a somewhat realistic manner, at least when it comes to steering the planes, it is pretty cool. The planes will not be steered as easily as in other Minecraft plane mods, so you actually have to slowly land in a prepared area. Overall, it is one of the coolest vehicle mods in Minecraft, and especially great for modern, apocalypse, military or other mod packs. Next, we have a mod called the Under mod. And this is a really interesting one that has a lot of potential, although it still needs some further polishing. The mod will add a couple of underground biomes to Minecraft that will connect with one another. There are multiple new biomes, like sewers, underground rivers or seas. The sewers, for example, can be found below villages, but there are no fixed designs, as these biomes, which might look like structures, are generated as biomes. Some parts, like the underground rivers, remind me of Terratonic's World Generation, and there are also huge craters from meteorite impacts. The sewers are the most distinct part about this mod and could perfectly fit apocalypse mod packs and mods like the Lost Cities, but for me they still feel too random and could use a clearer structure to make them more realistic. Also, the mod still lacks optimization, because some biomes, like the crater, are so rare that even in creative mode it takes ages to find them. Still, a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to the further development. For our next mod, we have Demi's Sky Arena, and this is a mod that was proposed in my own Discord server. So if you know a cool mod that I should include in one of my videos, feel free to join my Discord server and let me know. The mod will add 2 new structures to the game, large arenas in the sky, flying above the ground. In the middle of these structures, you will find an obsidian sword. Right-clicking that sword will start a battle against many hostile mobs. If you install other mods, like Born in Chaos, Ice and Fire or Mozi's mobs, you will even face mobs from these mods. And yeah, this mod will challenge you with fights. And after winning, you will receive rewards. You can restart the battle infinite times and increase the difficulty. The mod doesn't really have a story feature and is rather a fun PvE mod, if you're looking to fight more against mobs and maybe challenge your friends to a duel, who can survive more battles. Valery's HQ, turrets and more is a mod with just 7,000 downloads, although it has already been out for almost a year. And this mod will change Minecraft into something completely different, into a tower defense game. The mod will add many turrets to the game that you can craft and place down, and these turrets will defend your base from waves of attackers that will invade your world. These machines do not only look really cool, it feels like an action-loaded battlefield watching them fight the waves of mechanized alien attackers, which try to conquer villages, buildings and so on. Performance-wise, the mod is better than expected, because the impact on my FPS was not as high as I anticipated. Although too many turrets will eventually reduce your performance, especially when using shaders. The turrets have some cool animations, and also the mob models look great. So it is something fresh and new, and a really interesting concept. Covenant is a mod that will add terrifying xenomorphs from the movie franchise to Minecraft. These creatures will hunt you down and bring you back to the hive, where you will get infected by a facehugger. There are multiple types of xenomorphs, some live underwater, while others roam the mainland. Overall, these xenomorphs have some beautiful models and animations. They already veer off a lot from vanilla, but just look extremely accurate, like in the movies. This mod won't really change your game a lot, but these scary creatures are a nice addition, especially if you want to add some horror elements to the game. Invincible Conquest is a fairly new mod that is based on the TV series Invincible, which some of you might know. This mod will add many well-known characters from the franchise, like Omni-Man, Invincible, the Flag Sense and more. You can encounter these characters and fight them in your world, and acquire the abilities of Viltrumites, Speedsters and others yourself. The mod has a detailed combat system with many different kinds of abilities and attacks. There are already a couple of superhero mods out there with many different kinds of abilities. This one has also some cool ones that I haven't seen before, but some of which also have a large impact on your performance, like the Viltrumite abilities, that can cause a lot of destruction. But overall, it is just really fun to play around with all the different mechanics, and it is definitely worth taking a look at. The Ravenous is a new horror mod. With this mod, at some point you might encounter a small creature that will screech as it notices you. It might not seem like a threat, but its scream will call for something much more terrifying. The Ravenous will carve a path to reach you, charging at you with all its might. This creature will hunt you wherever you go, and the worst part is, if you try to avoid fighting it, the creature will evolve, growing bigger and more terrifying. The monster looks scary, and also the sound design creates a great atmosphere, perfectly fitting a horror setting. The monster also has a cool model and animations. Feel free to check it out. Do you want more castles with knights in your Minecraft world? Nebula's Knight Castle will add a large castle to your world that is home to many strong knights that will attack you. This structure contains loot and looks pretty cool. The balancing is slightly off because there are too many knights and they are too strong. So you should only enter the structure well prepared, maybe with some really strong mod items, like magic spells. The last mod on our list is Jovi's Apocalypse, and this mod will add new decoration blocks, items, foods and melee weapons with a modern apocalypse theme. With this mod you will have fire axes, baseball bats, machetes, canned food, energy drinks, bandages and more. There are also a couple of new structures that you can find. Overall, this mod has some cool content, although it also has some strong competitors that also add armor and weapons for mod packs like this. Still, it might be a cool addition if you're looking to create a zombie apocalypse mod pack. And this is it for this video. You can find the links to all of the mods in the description below. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this in the future, feel free to leave a like, comment or subscribe. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.